How did your day go, or how is it going? So, just to, as we usually do, let you know again, those who will win 2027 election. You see, 2023 election is already won and lost. Those who will win in 2027 have already started their game today. These are the things to watch out for. Those in PDP, the G5 supporters, those in Labour Party, their supporters, in the next few days will start congratulating the 2023 election winner. The reason for that, I'm just going to tell you again, the reason for that is they are realigning and positioning ahead of the next one. People who have ambitions. The man who took the day in this past election, even though many of us do not like it, but the truth is that he had been preparing long ago. I told some of my friends who called from abroad and said, Shegun, how you see this election? How you see I said, I'm not surprised, and I must be factual. Even though I may not like the outcome, but I prepared my mind for it. Like the last broadcast I did, I said, were you disappointed or were you surprised? For me, I wasn't, because I knew what the outcome would be already. I told some of my friends who called me about the outcome of the election and their disappointment and all that. They called from abroad as usual. And I asked them a question. I said, the Nigerian government, as part of their strategy, announced chairman of INEC. Only Showore was opposition. All those people, they were cool with it. They didn't talk. They didn't play opposition. They didn't participate. They appointed Rex, resident electoral commissioners. You did not react. You did not talk. You say nothing concern you with Nigeria election again. You will not participate again. We were crying then, we were shouting. If you know you want to change anything, let us go political. Let us start engaging. You said, no, that is your business. Some said it is the agitation or death. It is this republic or death. We don't want Nigeria again. We said, the fastest and easiest way to even achieve all these things is still to go political. Don't raise arm against the state. You want to win because you don't have the kind of army discipline, hierarchy, battalion, barracks, machinery, arsenal of weapon. Government does not only budget billions every year for security and for army, they also receive aids internationally to strengthen the national army. You can't just wake up and say you want to fight it. The best way is still to control it politically. Get involved. They say no, you be small boy, you don't know anything. I say okay. I'm still a small boy, but let's just face these facts now. Let's engage politically and let us start now. They said no, we don't need. They appointed chairman INEC. You say it's their business. They appointed all the recs state by state. You say it's their business. They budgeted billions of naira for beavers. You say you don't have interest. They budgeted billions, gave contract to who will print the ballots. You say it's their business. They did websites where the results will be transmitted. You say it's their business. They printed PVC. You say it's their. Now 9 months to election, you now suddenly have interest. Started encouraging everybody. Go and collect your PVC. Let us shock them. They have been preparing since 2019 for 2023 election. In fact, since 2015-19, we don't they prepare for before 2015 self. I'm not praising Tinubu. I'm only saying let us look at these things together. Now, you think they did all of those things, waiting for you to just come and say, go and collect your PVC and come and hijack, and they will just give it to you? No, let's just talk one on one. You think they were doing all of those things that you were saying, leave them, it's not our business, it's their business? You think they are doing all of those things, paying billions, doing the politics of Let this person be the rec in that place. Let this one be the commissioner of police in this state. Let this one be the house of rep and senator in this district. He will hold this place for me. You think they were doing all of those things for you to just come 6 months to election and say you want, and they will now say, okay, oh yeah, come and take. You think they were doing it for all of that? So when we say let us engage politically, and you say no, well, it's just to inform you. The 2027 election has started today, just so that those what don't lick wound, don't be sorry, don't cry, don't be moody. Just, if as far as you are now interested in the politics, start today. The organizing should start immediately. If you are waiting until 6 months to 2027 election before you start again, I'm sorry, it will be the same. I'm sorry. But we said this thing then. Shure said we have to start. Let us. He was the only opposition. He said, let us go head to head with this regime. They lock him in jail. He said, lock the jail, throw the key away. Don't let him ever come out again. He was acting opposition. You never did. I'm not praising Shure to make you feel bad, though. I'm just saying those were things. Okay, who will be the opposition now for Tinubu government? Who will be the opposition? We must start playing the opposition if we want to take power from APC, and it starts from tonight. You don't want to do opposition. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to. You just want to 6 months to election. Just come and hijack it, and they will give you. Ah, the beavers will not work on you. I'm just. It will not just work that day. You will just compare in your number. You want to, and they will be looking at you. People that have been preparing for how many decades. Sorry, to not work. Oh. I'm not on the side of the oppressors. I'm a realist. I must tell you the objective truth. It will not work. So, if you are interested in the 2027 election, it has started. Those you believe, get ready to abuse more people, because those you believe in, who worked hard, who worked hard for Labour Party. Don't be shocked. I've been around for a long time, so I understand. I won't be surprised. Now, only people like you will just start feel they surprised. You will start seeing people who worked hard for Labour Party. In fact, Peter Obi's closest allies, they will start congratulating Tinubu and start consoling Peter Obi. It is not. It is the game in Nigerian politics. Why are they doing it? They are positioning ahead of 2027. They are positioning for appointments, positioning to be part of government, positioning to. They will start doing it. So don't be disappointed. It is normal in politics, especially because the Labour Party is largely constituted of people from PDP. And most of the people in PDP share the same corridor with APC. So go take time. Pata 1 month. The moment Tinubu is handed over to BIM. Sure, if you want to go to tribunal, go. Let us wish the best. Sure, go courts. Since 2019, you see they go courts. In fact, they don't even abandon the court for them. They know they go. Sure is only going to court to go and collect the next adjournment dates. Nothing is happening in the court again. They have left the court for him. In a stubborn man, they have left the court for him. Who appoints the judges? Who appoints? So just for you to understand, I'm a small boy. I know the argue. You pass me for age, you get money pass me, is okay. But Yorubas will say ọmọdé gbọ́n, àgbà gbọ́n, la fi tulé Ifẹ̀. I've said it before. We are all oppressed. All oppressed people have something in common, and that is oppression. We are only divided by different things, either sentiments of ethnicity, religion, region, or class. Yeah, some people just look at it, say, look at this one we never chop. Now they give me analysis. That's another, but we are all oppressed. At least we have that thing in common, oppression. You understand? We have that oppression in common. So we are only divided along different lines. But if we can use that common ground that we are all oppressed and start working together. So the challenge we only have here is that, you know, those of us who know what to do, we don't have money to organize. Those who have the money are distracted by different things. Some understand, but they are too old and too weak to be a voice. So we just, until we find that common ground and work together, we must be opposition if you truly want to hijack power from them. Otherwise, congratulate them and join. If you can't be Abby, no be waiting they tell us, but if you can't beat them, join them. So that's another way. But if you don't want to join them and you want to beat them, 2027 election has started today. I just see my into uni. It has started today. Just be expecting congratulatory messages from some of Peter Obi's allies to Tinubu. They'll start congratulating him. Yeah. Shegun talk am. Because na normal thing e dey happen. So when we say these things, we are saying fire brigade approaches. So that's why when they say some people are opportunists, it's not an abuse. It's not to abuse the person or to spite. It is to say, come, what you are doing is just like you want to take advantage of a situation and just ride on it, but you will not get it that way. It starts from now. No be election will remain 7 months. You rush, go enter another party, buy their form, pay people off. People wey dey there before say make dem no start paying people to do press release and other things to cover you, and then peer you go. You want to railroad, start encouraging everybody go and collect your PVC. E no go work, sir. E no go work o. So 2027, if we have made up our mind that we will not be distracted by agitations again before 2027, then let us start the politics now. I've said it before. I said the best way is to engage political. If you are new to this channel, you may be thinking I'm just from, but if you have been following me since 2018, 2019, I've been saying the same thing long ago. I told you all the agitations are distractions. I told you when they are about to hold their elections, all the agitations, they know how to keep them at bay and have their election. I told you, you said I'm a small boy. Are they here? Are they here? You understand? Are they here? I will be here again. I was here after 2019 election. Some people say, leave, tell Showore Jare, let him go and support Oduduwa Republic. Let him go and join this. Let him go and join that. I say, these things are distractions. When elections, once they release their election timetable, all these agitators, they know how to keep them at bay, have their election, and that's it. They say you're a small boy. Of course, I don't deny him. Some say, oh, election will never happen. There's no election in 2023. It's not going back. There will never be election. I say, are they here? Anybody we want bet am election go happen. Nobody agree bet. But they go online. We don't need to bet with anybody. We know what we are doing. No going back. I dey look una. I no kukuma even get the money to to bet. I'm a poor boy, but God will bless me too. But the fact is, the consistency of telling you the same thing over time, and it's always like that. Isn't that enough to say, let's understand what we are saying? I told you, there's nothing wrong with the agitations, but they are distractions. So they started pulling away from Showore that time. Those who are supposed to back him, support him, help him get the required strength and number of sponsor people that will man different places and form different cells, organizations around to be backing. They put up, they say they would rather sponsor agitation, that Shore should leave what he's doing and go and join agitation. And Shore was like, at my age, I know what is happening. Even if it is only me, let me stand by the truth. I know this is the truth. And we said it. We said, these people, we know what they are, we know them. Some of them are genuine, we will not lie you. They just deceive the genuine people too into it too. Ehen. They deceive the genuine people. And we're telling them too. These people are lying to you, Ni. They are deceiving you, Ni. They won't use you, Ni. You say, no, no going back. We are doing as okay. Wish you well. So I'm just giving the background so that you will understand it's a process. I didn't just wake up today and start saying this thing. Let's build on what we have been saying. Can we start building on? If you want to start on, Labour Party can be the opposition now. Yes, if you don't want to follow Shore again because you don't like his you don't like his confidence, it's too much. But you don't like his sense of dignity. You feel he's too proud. Let's let us support Obi to be opposition, but he has to start now. He has to start now. He has to unwear that capitalist toga because it will not work. Capitalists do profit and loss. They talk to themselves. They talk to, oh yeah, what is there for me? Oh yeah, let's cut my own. Let's cut your own. Let's do this. That's how capitalists do. It will never end well. Let's tell our, let's tell ourselves the truth. The moment Oshiomhole joined the capitalist game, we all know the end. Ahem. So I'm just hinting you new. So if with the crowd and with the clouds that Peter Obi had in this concluded election, if you want to have it in 2027, you should not dump Labour Party now, go back to PDP temporarily, and when election is coming in 2027 again, it jumps on another party. No, no. If he knows he wants to go back to PDP, the time is now. Do that as quickly as and start mounting that opposition pressure. You have to be in the opposition. As much as we don't like to talk about APC or ACN, the previous ACN that later became APC, as far as we don't even like to talk about them, the fact is that they first played opposition and they played this. It was not a 6 months or 1 year game that APC played. They play and tete. Go to another state, say, okay, can we capture this state? Okay, sponsor some. Let's have, if you can capture the state assembly and sponsor governorship candidates, you can do it. Okay, can we sponsor people into this assembly and then see if they can impeach the governor and then we put another person? They it is a plan of years. They didn't just wake up 6 months to election. No, sorry, sorry. So somebody is saying something that calling for breakup in a country where there's no referendum in our constitution is a suicide mission. They will charge you with everything, treasonable, felony, everything. You won't come out of it. But you can do it politically. It's even safer and cheaper and faster. First, sponsor people into the government. Let them change the constitution first. Then we can start becoming citizens. For now, we are we are patriots of an unborn nation. We are less of citizens because the constitution does not protect. It doesn't see us as citizens. We are like commodities. They are just trading over us. You understand? They are just trading over us. So you can't just wake up. You can't just wake up months to election and expect to just win. It will not happen now. The people who appointed the INEC chairman did the budget, planned what they will use, this technology and strategy, and nobody opposed them all this wise. They already planned the outcome too. They have done the election before you joined Labour Party. They have done it. But if you can mount the opposition now, if you can start the opposition now with the clout that you have, I'm talking to the man Peter Obi. Those who surround him should tell you can start now. Start making statement about, oh, the INEC cannot do this. INEC has announced plan to do this and that. Start issuing press release. Start talking. Start rejecting. Start disagreeing from now. Oh, INEC proposes to use beavers, upgraded beavers too. Your skinny version. Ask for copy, study how it works, then make statement. Oh, our party has studied it and this is our. That is what Showore has been doing. You are all abusing him. They say it's because he lost election. So because he lost election is the reason he cannot say I don't have confidence in INEC. They can't conduct fair. When Showore said it is allocation, that they are allocating figure based on how much noise you make. They say okay, because he made noise where it's like he has many people, more people in Lagos. Let us allocate social number to him in Lagos. Oh, he's like he has about 50% average of about 30 something percent fans in Rivers. Let's give him 30 something percent in Rivers. That is why that Beavers will not upload. Shebi Mr. Macaroni was in Lekki. He stood till they finished election. They even gave the INEC officers and the security, they offer them drinks to assist them to sustain till they finish. If you say you don't have server, they give you hotspot. Upload this thing. They uploaded it in their presence. They clap for them. They appreciated them, but the thing did not reflect on the portal. Do you understand what I'm saying? It still did not reflect on the portal. The game has been. They just allocated number to Peter Obi. So when Shore said they just allocated number, you say he is a loser. Oh, Peter Obi is a winner. Oh, okay. He has won. Sorry, fam. They allocated numbers. That's what they do. But because Shore, the person who said it, you don't like him. When Shore said, let's take back, he started take it back movement. You abuse him. When Peter Obi came and said, take back Nigeria, you turned it to slogan. You turned it to household anthem. So it depends on who it is coming from, right? Okay. Okay now. So it's about who it is coming from. Oh, I get. When she already said the people are the structure, we don't need structure. You abuse him. You say you should go and sit down. He doesn't know politics. But when Peter Obi said it, everybody became the structure. So it's about who it's coming from. Oh, I get. All oppressed people have something in common, but they are divided by too many things. We are all oppressed. We have something in common. It's our oppression. But what divides us is more. Sentiments divides us more. But we are suffering. We are all the same people, oppressed people. And we are suffering the same thing. You see? When she would have said they are allocating figure, you say he's a loser. You should go and sit down. When she would have said we must have a revolution first, you abuse them. Now suddenly everybody wants the revolution. So it's not about the truth, it's about who it is coming from. Oh, I see. Okay, so we now have a new Messiah. So let us now Kukuma. Okay, let us leave Showore because we don't like him. Okay, let us hope we can now do the same things that Peter Obi is now saying that Showore has said before. Let us now Kukuma start doing it with Peter Obi. After all, it's about the goal. Abi? It's about the achieving the goal now. So let's just Kukuma. Me, I support Obi wholeheartedly. So let's start it. But we won't wait until 6 months to the next election again. Sorry. It will waste. So that's why me, I didn't even bother myself. I saw that it's going to be a waste because I've been around for a while. I know how these things work. 6 months to election, you jump on it, you want to win, it will not happen. Sorry. Sorry, oh, it will not happen. It will not happen. It will not happen. Let me see some of the comments. Um, in case there's something I need to clarify by some of the opinions. Nigeria is a game zone where the elite are always at the peak while the oppressed are. That's absolutely correct. So somebody says he agrees with me a bit, but not we are not white people. Our identity is the most important thing to us. I, for one, will not do away with culture, but we can modernize it. I've not said we should do away with culture. Perhaps we should clarify a bit better, a bit more. Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Mike from Texas. Okay, somebody is talking about Yoruba culture. Yoruba culture is a real problem. Why people not growing for better? If not, why is it difficult for people to do away with all rogues, politicians that create? That is not even a Yoruba culture. It's not even a Yoruba culture. It is the political attitude of Nigerians generally. It's our political attitude. We wait until something is about to happen before we start showing interest. It happens even. Do you know that many students also do the same thing? Many students do the same thing. It's not about tribal. They will say, "Oh, register for JAMB application for JAMB starts February 22nd, closes April 30th." Look at how many months they give. Oh. Many people will not register until the thing remain 1 week, make it close. You will now be angry saying they're going to put me in the center in the village. When early people, wey know say they really want to write the jam, don't register the first week where they open portal. They have allocated those ones to good places. Now late candidates, now they put for bush. They'll just look for anywhere to put you. Just look for other centers that are still available and just goof you in. Is an attitude thing. It's not tribe, it's attitude. We are like that. And we need to start changing it. So to change things, we must start changing our attitudes first of all. You understand? This is Shegun. I remember that you say Peter is not going to win. Maybe after 2023, offshore for life is well. I'm not here to say who is hero or not hero, but I already knew what was coming. So, um, Shegun, have you stolen the election from Atiku and Okowa? Do you feel happy now? I don't understand. I have stolen election from Atiku and Okowa. Did I support that one before? I don't even understand. Why didn't you upload the results using the server? You were rigging the election. Only your style. Me. It concern me. I don't even understand some people's comments. Okay, oh. See common hand sanitizer during COVID. Do you know how much that thing was? Now it's literally pennies. We are our own problem, our mentality. So my brothers and sisters, I'm just here to inform you that if we really want to change this game, let's not wait until it is 6 months to election again. That method has never and will never work. The moment they say they are releasing budget for INEC, opposition should speak immediately. What do you want to use that kind of money for when we can simply use app? Shore said it in 2019. He said people should be able to vote from the comfort of their homes so that there will be no incidents of violence against people coming out to vote. There will be no this, there will be no that. There will be, it will even be cheaper. How much does it cost banks to create apps that we use to do transaction without having to go to bank? How much? How much is INEC using to do BVAS? We have not added the cost of printing PVCs. There will still be paper or ballots. Another person go collect that contract. Opposition no talk. All of those times you were not interested. So they don't finish their game plan. They don't finish them. 6 months to election, you now want to jump on it, bang, and win. People we don't feel they don't do budget, finish the outcome already. Ah, try to be smart now. I tell you things, but it's okay. Um, so somebody is asking, let me see. Is it not more funny that OBJ that conducted the worst election in the history of I don't even want to talk about that man. If I not see as much as I like Obi, now the people who surround themselves with, now it make me come they look and like this one no different, Jerry. Now the same people. So suddenly OBJ don't become elder statesman for our side, all of you, all of una obedient. Suddenly OBJ now elder statesman. Eh? Because I don't even know. See, the hypocrisy of the people self now part of why you don't even know whether to agree with them in some things or not. Because when you look at them and like you condemned one thing in one place, you see it's the same thing in another place, you embrace them. You understand it? Before now, we all know Obasanjo is. I mean, sorry, I don't want to use any word. Obasanjo was president 8 years. Sorry, light don't go. Okay, it shake. Na battery. Obasanjo was president for 8 years. Go to water. We have been fighting for how long? Made them do this water road. Now, how long have we been fighting? You think you do this light now? Sorry, oh. Let me try to reduce it a bit. I think it's the heat. Light no day. Na battery we dey use. So suddenly Obasanjo is a hero. He's elder statesman. Oh, the best. Suddenly Doyin Okupe. God sent. All the best. Suddenly all this left, right, center just dey look say Suddenly IBB elder statesman. At that time, if Lucifer if Lucifer endorse Obi that time, obedience go ask God, God, what you talk say Lucifer do you that time? What you talk say Satan do you for inside Bible that time? But come, may we even clear that matter now. May we even hear. If he easy, you be Satan, make him be God. More just switch position first. More can see. So we must rid ourselves of hypocrisy first of all. Is our attitude. I'll see many obedience will start congratulating Tinubu already. Just wait. Somebody is asking, what's your view concerning the press conference made by Obi and Atiku on challenging Tinubu? Family meeting. We've always told you before, PDP, Labour Party is an offshoot of PDP. They share the same. In fact, I told you before that if Labour Party wins, if you have been following, I've said it many times already, so it's not new. If Labour Party wins, the same day, people in PDP will cross to Labour Party. Now the same government. If PDP wins, people in Labour Party will go back to PDP. It's the same. They are running the same course now. So now on now the thing feel dey surprise. Are they too conscious to be deceived? And I dey talk am every time for here. But na abuse I dey collect. And I dey talk say abuse me o, but I go see the outcome. Na im be this now. Na the same people, but is nothing wrong. They were only strategizing. PDP is Labour Party. Labour Party is PDP. They were only strategizing by going the way they did it, but it's not a problem anyways. But the thing is, you can't jump on a train months to election and expect to no. You have to do the real opposition work. And when I say real, not just talking and press conference, or no, real opposition is saying we will not accept this policy. It's against equity, fairness, and good justice. Oh, you are appointing INEC chairman is still there. No. There are reasons that man cannot be. the INEC chairman, we don't trust that he will deliver free and fair election. You will stand until they change him for somebody fair enough. When they say, oh, the resident electoral commissioners, you study each of them. That is opposition work. And you say, okay, all this, we have seen the list of your resident electoral commissioners. We don't want, we reject it because you can't appoint this one is a member of the party. Many APC members were being appointed as resident electoral commissioner, and you expect to win against them. You didn't talk all those wires. Election call remain 6 months. You won't come jump, collect PVC, go win. Something really don't perfect. You must play serious opposition work now. And no be election remain 6 months before you start. Now, before the next one. They say they won't do beavers. It will cost also amount. You no talk. Election remain 6 months. You could collect PVC. Real opposition, you start. No, bah, we will not agree. Lie. We have studied that beavers the way it works. We don't guarantee. There's no guarantee that it will transmit real time. We have tested the server. It was only Showore that was doing. Only Showore. You were abusing him. Only Showore was doing that real opposition work, saying, I have tested the INEC portal server. It's not going to. You can't guarantee us free and fair election because it won't transmit. You can't undo volume of query that election results will be generating on the day of it. He can't guarantee. Showore sat down on the day. He set up a team on day of Osun State election. Set up a team and say, let us test this team. Let us see what their beavers is. Immediately, Showore said, no. This INEC server cannot undo national election. Even state election, he didn't handle it well. Only Showore. You abuse him. Get ready to do the opposition work. Otherwise, they will finish everything and you still come back 6 months to election, you still lose. They will still allocate number for you. Sure, you understand? So if Obi wants to really get it in 2027, or whoever you want to bring in 2027 wants to get it, opposition work starts from now. No be the one way Atiku will go sit down for Dubai. Election go remain few months. You go come back with no Melaya, come they make noise up and down. Now lie. You no go work. You start the opposition work immediately. If Showore was supported well as he was raising those observations as the real opposition, if he had enough support, if not because whether I don't know whether it is tribalism or you just hate him for no reason, or because some will say he's too arrogant, he's too proud, some will say maybe because of all those things. Now you know one supporter, but who they suffer am? The man they tell you say this thing, no, if you do this thing, we suppose don't amplify that thing long ago. Only few of us were talking. They abuse us. Oh yeah, now. Oh yeah. Use the beavers now. She already said it. You abuse him. You said because he lost election, make it go sit down. Okay, they look you. Another one happen. He raised observation. When they talk about peace signing accord, she already said you don't need to be calling us. You have never been violent. You don't need to call us to peace signing accord. You are supposed to call all these old men to talk to themselves to stop sponsoring violence. They are the ones who are known to be notorious sponsoring violence on election day. You abuse them. So on election day, they come, they threaten you now. Say, if you want vote to be, make you come off for polling units. Something we should already talk, say, maybe they fight against before that day, you abuse them. Because he knew he had been there. He's telling you this is what will happen. And he's telling you he cannot guarantee fair and fair election and we should reject it. You say, make it go sit down. Oh, yeah, now. Because you hate him for no reason. Waiting to do you. You say he's too rude. Oh, who is now rude? You are abusing. You dey do babalagbado. You are doing meme against the man now. You say Showore is rude at them. Are they not rude at you? Stealing your mandate, is that not rude enough? Has Showore abused you before? No, because he's as oppressed as you. He's only standing up to the oppressors, and you say he's rude. Oh yeah, more call of us dey. So shebi the person wey no rude now, he don win. Abi person wey no rude, they don carry am give am now. Yeah. So Mhm. Okay. So somebody is saying if Abacha was still alive and endorsed PO, Abacha is even I say Satan, Satan. Obedience will abuse God for Satan because he don't endorse. At that time, he was looking like a spiritual thing. Yeah, what changed? We are not saying Obi is bad or evil, but we are saying the people endorsing and surrounding him is giving us concern. You say we should shut up. Oh yeah, no. Somebody is asking, do you think if it is Showore, if Showore is the person in Obi's shoe now, he will let go like Obedient want to protest. Obi is telling them not to protest. You know, say if now Showore, get that kind clout. You know, mind make it go jail for him. Obi no one go jail now. You know, mind say this is broad day robbery. If you want to pick me up, pick me up. This we are not going to accept it. It's as simple as that. It's not a press conference thing. It's not a press conference thing. He would have all the energies. He would have organized all these energies and make sure that this daylight robbery does not stand. But it is okay. I don't preacher. No, I'm a teacher. I actually always teach. I always teach, and by teaching, I'm also patient. I like to let people understand it. No, well, preaching is also teaching, sha. Somebody say your guy got. You see what we're talking about now. So now should be the problem now? Okay, your guy only got 14,000 votes in the last election in 2019. Okay, congratulations, you have gotten millions and you have won. Hello, they have allocated your own to you now. So hopping to the next. Article equals to PDP Pro Max, Francois NMPD, PDP Pro Labor, LP, PDP Light. But there's nothing wrong in belonging to either PDP or APC anyway. So let's understand. I'm just joining the program. Have you talked about Obasanjo's conversation with Charlie Boy? I'm sorry, I'm not interested. Neil. I'm not shunning you. I'm just not interested in those ones. Uh, I'm not into that kind of game. Do you have any explanation for Tinubu losing in Osun State, his state of origin? There's a believable argument for losing in Lagos State. It's not about argument or no argument. The places where their strategy did not focus on, they lost those ones clearly because they have strategies. They know where they want to go and where high is not too focused, where they want to go do their game come from. So the places where they know to expect, say they feel lose like that, or where opposition they in power. No say for sure now Adeleke PDP did there. So them not really too. Of course, people don't hate Tinubu for Oshun for a while now. No be today. APC they don't hate them from Oshun already. So there's no other explanation to that now. It's self-explanatory though. Osun State is already in the hands of PDP. People don't really like Tinubu there. His brother Oyetola, they said he messed it up, messed the state up. So you're right, Shegun. Tinubu has been planning for presidency on the ground by winning numbers to himself since Yaradua was late. I don't like bats or hate him. Oh, somebody says because he says the truth. Nigerians don't like hearing the truth, of course. That's why it becomes difficult. We like lies a lot and distractions. Obi was never going to win this election. Obi, okay, sorry, I thought you wrote Obi. Obi, yeah. Shegun, I'm trying to understand you since the beginning of this election. I like you before, but you have deviated from the track. What did I deviate from? Have I changed my message? What is your take on this matter? Who doesn't want sentiment here? Shegun, be punctual. Punctual. I get time. I give you time. This is not the time to talk about party. No, I'm not talking about party now. I'm saying we need to constitute opposition. And there's nothing wrong if obedience do it. Not to go and sleep and come back 6 months to election when they have already finished, perfected the outcome of the election. That's what I'm saying, you know. I don't know whether that one is wrong again now. What they like is motivational speaker. Well, I know they like. I know Sabi do uh, motivational talk. They deceive people. They talk true. Now, why not to get fans? Some people come on my page and be commenting. That's why your page didn't grow. That's why I see the same way. Thank you. I'm not doing comedy skits. I'm not lying up and down. I'm not saying donate. We want to do this course or that course. No. Maybe that why. But I like it. Do you know the satisfaction of valid that you say something and it is like that, no matter how long it takes? That when they always come back, they always meet it like that. See, waiting this guy talk now, you know, like even if I not get money, eh, you know, the joy in your heart that at least I didn't deceive myself and I did not deceive anybody. I'll go to bed and sleep well. That, because if I talk something and I know say I lie, I not go fit sleep. Say and I like give these people and I like give these people. For those of us who have conscience, no be. I'm not saying others don't have, but I don't. Sorry, it's not my own thing, sha. Um, well, let's hope we learn, sha. That's the important thing. Okay, so yeah, tribalism is one of it. In fact, if you see the way they led the campaign, I knew it was going to be a largely tribal election. I said it here. I said it before. I said this 2023 election is largely tribal. Is a regional ethnic election. Majority of people supporting a candidate are because they are from his region. And if you don't support that candidate for whatever reason, whether for policy reason, like me now, I say I have soft spot for Obi, but when I listen to his programs manifesto and they are not different from those of uh, uh, Atiku, say me, oh, I'm sorry. What we have been running away from since, just because we have soft spot for somebody, we just go and put ourselves voluntarily into that thing again. I'm sorry. Oh. They begin to abuse me. You are tribalistic. Did I mention tribe? I didn't mention tribe. I only mentioned this policies and program, and I analyzed and I say, so this is like taking us back to PDP. They abused me for what I never even said. So, and it's funny enough, it is those people who are tribalistic that are accusing others of tribalism. Hypocrisy. Just read yourself. I mean, let's just get rid of that, remove that hypocrisy, and you will see how far we will go, how fast we will go if we remove hypocrisy and change our attitude for good. You understand? That's part of the hypocrisy now. Obasanjo became saint suddenly. Hypocrisy. You understand? It won't take you anywhere. What will happen to your prophets who are prophesied to be? Now, for those people where they go church now, how many times have you even talked it on this channel, for instance? That church is just a business. God is not a Christian or Muslim. God is not a religion. Religion is an organized system of worship. Organized system. Organized. It's organized now. And God is not a religion. So, anyways, they were there now. The agents were there. Some of them did what they could. Unfortunately, they were overwhelmed. They just started. They just started. They had not been there. They didn't have the wherewithal. They didn't. They were just there. The last part of their scheme was to change notes, to change naira notes ahead of the election. It was the last phase of their plan. Let me tell you the secret. I told you before now. And Obi say you should be clapping that it is a good policy. I say, people, I don't want to use, A lot of people will not be able to travel to where they are supposed to vote because they won't have cash. They are simply demobilizing you. They that print the money, they have kept sufficient enough for themselves. They are doing that to to demobilize the opposition from winning them with resources. That's what they are doing. They know Atiku, for instance, has been stockpiling money for long. He has been contesting since 1992, and he has been keeping money to make sure that this 2023 he prosecutes it well. So they wanted to useless the money he has been stockpiling, and as well as other opposition. They want to demobilize you. You are clapping for them, and we told you it is anti-masses policy. You see, is because they say it's because Tinubu is against Tinubu. It's because they don't want you want Tinubu to use money to. I told you it is only going to make it cheaper for Tinubu. You abuse me. Shebi na him be this. His government is in power. His party is in power. It will make it cheaper for him if he is going to spend lesser, and you won't have enough to spend too. So where are we? Let's learn to think deeper, not just surface. When we criticize Obi for saying you should accept the policy, it is in your interest. You abuse us, you say because we hate Obi. We didn't hate Obi. We are only saying, Mr. Obi, sorry, you can't say this. It's not like you have a candidate and you're advising him that this is not the way to go, and you are attacking the person advising. Please don't say that. Abba, God will let us all be wise. So, so to think the youth have learned from mistakes of answers by chasing Showore away. They did not chase Showore. That was a sponsored action. They sponsored a few persons to harass him so that they will use it. You see the speed with which they started circulating that video. It was still the opposition. It was this still the oppressors, doing all of those things. It's very clear. We know the game. In the last election, Showore went to Abia or so, one of the popular markets to campaign. No one gave him attention. It's okay. Again, I said it is the tribalists are the ones accusing others of tribalism. So we know it. Do you think LP can win Lagos State from APC? Are they up to the task? Now, this is another thing we must also understand. You see, what happened in presidential election is going to have a negative impact on the psyche and motivation of people who are supposed to vote out APC in Lagos State in the governorship election. A lot of people who stood firm, who did all the works they had to, who faced the threat, the violence, faced everything, did all the hard work, waited till midnight for election to be counted, spent their past hard-earned money to stay by it, and at the end of the day, the result was still manipulated. Do you think those people will have the motivation to come out for governorship election? The election that they have done in the presidential and federal House of Rep, and they can already see that this is the strategy of the ruling party, to deny them the right outcome. Do you think the same percentage of people who came out for presidential with that outcome will be motivated to come out for governorship? What is their interest in the governorship? It was an OB factor that made them come out that much for that presidential, and yet you saw the outcome. Do you think they will be motivated to come out for governorship? Some will do, but do you think it will still be the large turnout for the presidential? Question 4. So we can already tell. So I just don't understand the stupid some youths are for sure. Even as we speak, they love the NX chairman more than they love him. This one, Shure is not asking for love. He's just trying to represent what is right. So it is now left for the public to choose what is right. Shure is not trying to be loved. If he wanted that, he would have bent to everything everybody is throwing at him now. Hey, leave what you are doing, go and support this one. Leave what you are doing, drop your structure. You would have said, okay, 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 okay. If he wants to be loved, you would have done it. So it's not looking to be loved. It just wants to do what is right. It is now left for the people to support what is right. So one Igbo woman asked him where he's from. He told her, I'm a Nigerian. The woman insists to know his tribe. As soon as he told her Undo, the woman turned back without listening to any other thing. Wally Bank. But they will be the ones to accuse anybody else of tribalism. So that hypocrisy, yeah. Sorry. Well, anyways, we can get it right. It's a learning curve. We can get it right. There's nothing wrong with Obi. I have soft spot for him, but I have disagreements with most of his policies, his ideas, his plans, his programs. They are the same PDP thing. And the people that surround him, the Obasanjos, I have problem with it. If you are saying Tinubu should go and rest, Obasanjo too should follow the likes of Tinubu. All of them should go and rest and let young people who have the idea to take the country to the future allow them to take this country to where it should be. All these old men should already go and sit down. And it is not only Tinubu, Obasanjo inclusive. If you are talking about election irregularity, allow young people talk about it. Obasanjo has no moral ground to condemn irregularity in election. He supervised fraudulent elections in history. Even the constitution, the Obasanjo Abdulsalami constitution of 1999. We the people, is fraudulent. Who are the we? But he wants to be the moral compass, and you are clapping for him because he's supporting Obi. Rid yourself of hypocrisy first of all. Then we can start talking. Nigeria election is template that is filled up with figures and desired candidates. I'm not sure I really understand that. After 4 years, we'll still come here to debate on same thing. I pray it's not like that again because me, I'm tired though. Please, let us reverse that. It sounds like a call, so let us pray. Oh. Hey, we don't learn anything in this country. Let's start learning. You keep doing the same thing and expect different results. Keep putting your lives on the hands of old people. It's funny and it's unfortunate. So somebody says, Shegun, tell us you thumb printed for Shore on the ballot paper. Who else would I have thumb printed? No, who else? I make my I make my choice open every time now. I know they hide them. I told you I trust Shore, but I have soft spot for Obi. Soft spots for Obi. But the person I trust is Shore. Because when I see the people with the surround Obi and the kind of things where they talk, saying that the same PDP team won't come do, before they sell everything off. Oh. In running mate already don't get license for private university, and he's saying federal government should not have business. I heard Obi saying it. The video is everywhere. The government should not have business with education. I'm like, ha. We have been fight. Thank God for free education. Many of you here would not have been able to go to school. Thank God for subsidy on education that the likes of Shegun Okeowo, National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS as of then, NANS, Shegun Okeowo, and a lot of Ubani, a lot of people fought, Chima Ubani. Many people fought and died to make sure that education is available for everybody. Suddenly, some people want to sell off all these institutions. They say they don't want to fund it again. They benefited free education. They say the government should not have business with it. And that is the PDP ideology. Obasanjo has license for private university. They shut down public institution. Also was going on strike. They were building the bells. Atiku was building America University. Obi's running mate already has his own private license. Obi is also talking that government should answer for it. And when we criticize that policy, you see it's tribalism. The same thing I criticize Obasanjo for, Obasanjo is a Yoruba man. The same thing I criticize Atiku for. In reach Obiton, you call us tribalist. So until you remove that hypocrisy from yourself, first of all, and understand this point, you are not going anywhere. They can't they deceive them. Nigerians are very cheap to deceive. That Buhari did not want Tinubu to win. He wanted to hand over to Obi. So is you are that gullible. I don't understand. You are that gullible. Ah, Oga. What are your thoughts on young people going into politics these days? Do you think they would rather do better than old politicians? And why haven't you jacked yet? I didn't want to. In fact, as far back as rest his soul and bless his soul, Professor Pius Adesomi wanted me to come to Canada. Even somebody recently, I don't want to mention his name, said, "Check what are you still doing in that country? Come to Canada." I say, if all of us leave, who will remain? Let some of us still be here. Maybe I don't want jackpot. Even before I married, some people asked me to scan the data page on my passport. They were going to work on me coming. I said no. Even if I want to come, not yet. I don't want to come and live outside Nigeria. Yeah, I have no problem with visiting. Like, let me just come and visit and see. But where I never know it, I won't go do there. Make I just fly. They go. Me, I don't want to just jump like that. So that is to answer the jackpot part. Now, young people going into politics, yes, I encourage it. That's why, in fact, that's the essence of this topic. Let us start from now. Look at Gbadebo's rival, the Labour Party candidate in Lagos State. He's a hardworking young man. I met him only once, though. That time he contested for chairmanship in Ikeja under Kowa Party. That was 2014, 15. Yeah. So he has been working on it consistently. An MIT graduate, MITS. So he's a good guy, and it's just an example of saying, let young people go in. Not young people doing yes sir in APC. But young people who are truly visionary, who are courageous enough to stand opposition and say this thing should not be like this, it should be like this. That's why I give example of Gbadebo. Of course, I know so many youth in APC. I know the national youth chairman of APC, Dayo Israel. I'm not mentioning that because he's in APC. For him, anything they say, oh yeah, go this way, is yes sir. Dayo Israel, in case you're watching, I'm not abusing you. Because I know him very well. I'm not abusing you. I'm just saying you do yes sir. You can't go against them. Or prove me wrong. Do you ever go against them when they say this is what we are doing? Do you ever say, sorry, we think it has to be, and they will not say, oh yeah, get out. Another person will take over from you tomorrow. Can you do it that, your Israel? I'm not abused with that, yo. I'm just saying, you. So, um, what else is it? Okay, let me randomly select the comments. There are many already. Obi won 93% of the vote in Enugu and Anambra, Abia, but they claim rigging. See, when you want to rig, you know where to rig. There are places you cannot rig because it is glaring that if you rig there, the outcry will be more. How can you go and rig his base? You can't rig his base against him now. Look at other places that may be neutral enough to pull it. That's what they did. You know, they can't rig his base. He will be too glaring. You understand? So somebody says Lagos is a complex state too big for an inexperienced GRV to govern. GRV should go and start from councillorship or local government. Opinion: Obi will leave Labour Party and go back to PDP before 2027. I've not said so, but he can still remain in Labour. Is still PDP, so he doesn't have to leave. He can still be there. Others can come and join him there, sha. Or he can still go back. Whichever way, still the same thing. Um, ah, wetin concern Aisha Yusuf for this thing now again? Where's Aisha Yusufu? She has made any statement. She is someone that joined the bandwagon to join. She has right to join anything she wants to join now. I think as far as our rule is concerned, she has delivered. If there is more, we will hear from her definitely. We will hear from her definitely. If there's more to our rules that or things she has to do. She's not the one contesting, don't forget. Shegun, what happened between Shore and Dr. Chidi? Did they see anything happen between them? No, tell me, brief me. I'm not aware. Brief me. Did anything happen between them? I don't think anything happened. Or maybe you are referring to the topic Dr. Chidi did that it was figurative about the topic. Say Dr. Chidi dumped Shore Abi. No, he just wanted you to listen to him. He, I watched only a little of it, sha, but I didn't really watch it. I don't know whether he eventually did, but even if he did, it's not the first time. People have done it, and Dr. Chidi has a right. He may just be tired that Shore is too heady, and let me be frank with you. A lot of us feel like that too sometimes. Like this Shore is just too heady. We feel like that too, you know. But we still respect him. That is just consistent. If you say, why not do this now? Why not bend and do this? You'll just say, well, you're free. But this is the fact. And it doesn't matter whether people join it or not. Fact does not change. Truth does not change. So no matter who leaves Shore, they still give that respect to him. This guy, the consistent. Money can't buy that trust, man. So I don't think anything happened between Dr. Chidi and Shore. So the food will be with Lagos victory. Now you talk that one. No. Somebody is saying Obi will be too old in 2020. How old is Tinubu? I beg free Obi. Obi is still young. Ah, leave Obi. Obi still get 2027 is just 4 years. So if you had won, will you not still age even while in office? So I don't think it's a big deal. You know, as far as we know what stuff is made up and we trust or we believe him, it's not a big deal. But let him start. What matters is let him start the opposition now. If he's waiting until 6 months to another election, I'm sorry, it will still be the same outcome. Just to let you know. Um. So somebody wants me to say, positive thing about Bas tenure. Okay, I told somebody earlier today who said Bat's victory is going to make us have more of what do you call them, agberos, thugs and touts everywhere, even to the federal level. And I told him, I said, what if he gets there and he's the one to even unmake all those things in call by himself? He's the one who put them up. He's the one who empowered them. What if he becomes president and he says he's tired of the thing and it's just the one that will still end that thing? What if? Most of these people who are the last lap of, they have already aged. You know, you never know. You never know. You may just be the one to say, "Oh, I'm tired of this Agbe routine. Can you guys just find another work up? Let's repackage your union and stop displaying violence on the road. And we don't want to see you doing this on the road again. People should get their ticket from the park, not on the road. This should happen, that should happen, and slash everything and organize." He may be the one to say organize it back. You never know. Let's just be doing like this and be watching. But let us have an opposition. Because if we criticize these things heavily, he may be forced to say, okay, 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 let us stop it. But nothing comes for free. We must put up resistance against what we don't want. Sha. So the same energy with which did we did obedience towards this election, if you can sustain the same energy to do opposition against bad policies of government, for 4 years, ah, this country go change. It doesn't even matter who is in government. Nobody go dey there. They see that kind of energy every day. They say we don't want this, we don't want that, and it will not be better. No, it will change. So let's not only be about politics or election. Let us be about governance with this same energy. You left, all of you left us. We were very few doing it. It now looks like we were not doing it because we were few and we were not getting backing. We go talk, you go ignore us. Now only comedy skits now one they watch. And so we are all here. Welcome back. Oh. Ah, okay. Oh. Thank you, AFLJ. Yeah, we have to speak the truth at all time. Okay, so somebody is asking, curious to know how many people, celebrities especially, you've unfollowed on social media after this election saga. Which celebrities have gained your respect during the course of this election? Celebrities. Faz the bad guy has always won it. I respect Faz the bad guy a lot. Regardless of whether he doesn't support my candidate, I like Macaroni. I like him because he doesn't only make freaky skits. He momentarily makes skits to sensitize people about their civic duties and all that. Even though he also went the bandwagon way, but it's okay. But I like him for at least standing through. He didn't just motivate people to go and collect PVC and vote. He by himself also did vote and stood till night after the election was counted. And he was the one to expose it that we did this everything, but it did not reflect on the portal. So I like people like that. Such a person can play a vital role in the opposition I'm talking about. The opposition that must start now. No be 2027 will remain 6 months to the opposition that must start now. People like that, the Fowls of this world, the macaronis, they gain my respect. Who else? Who else? Who else? Those are the ones, you know. So, but if I remember any other name, I'll mention. Maybe you suggest as well, Say the North won't give a big chance in 2027 if Tinubu lasts long. Which one be if Tinubu lasts long? Okay, I've seen another comment like that here. By another person. Tinubu can last 4 years as president. Then BG Ibrahim Shetima will take over. Now so na talk say Buhari no go. Na so na talk say Buhari no go last. Now you they give life. Let's be realistic. You can't determine who will die or not. Many people who predicted Buhari's death have died. Buhari still dey. Eh, so let's not predict death or life. What we should be doing is governance. Let's have the opposition that is objective, that is constructive. Let us start it. Let's look at the policy. Oh, what policy is it bringing? Do we want it? Oh no, sorry, we don't want. We don't reverse it. Oh, he brought this one. Okay, okay, I think this one is good. It works for us. Okay, okay, okay. Not whether it will last or it will not last. Nobody knows who will survive till tomorrow or not. Nobody knows. So I don't do death games or wishful. I don't. I know they. Sorry, me. I know just they do. I'm sure. Okay. So some people, majority from a particular area of Nigeria, is either they don't listen carefully or they don't like listening to understand. Now only skits many people they watch. Sure you understand. So and since I'm not doing skits, Emilokon will complete 2 terms. That's another person. Yeah. No party can defeat Emilokon with power of incumbency. But if we start the opposition with me, they talk now. Sha. No be 6 months to 11. Sha. Ah. All the inconsistencies and irregularities we don't already identify for this election. If we start challenging them before the next election, things not going to be the same now. Are they very sure about that one? Um, a capitalist like Obi, can't serve as an opposition, is too business oriented. Well, There's nothing God cannot do. At least he's now with the Labour Party. Labour Party, I understand, is led by activists of the Nigerian Labour Congress, the same people who drew the Charter of Demands that led us to protest subsidy removal and all of those things. Then they have Charter of Demands that if you read them, you will know that these people are pro masses. So I think little by little they can start infecting, you know, Peter Obi with more of activism, and he may just, before you know, he may just start seeing things the socialist way too. Don't you think? He's not. He's surrounded by, you know, labor leaders. So I think after the election, when the pressure of the election has gone down, I'm sure they will go back to drawing board and start changing a few things. There's enough time and mount serious opposition. So it can work. Whether they will now be able to defeat APC or not is another question. But I'm very sure it will go a long way mounting that opposition. It will make our lives a lot better, because some policies that will just rub our face, they will just rub things on our face, will no longer happen if they, with the clouds Labour Party and Peter Obi as, if they use it to start a serious opposition, government will not be able to take citizens for granted. Yeah, no be the one wey they go lock am up. Everybody will now say, lock him up, Jare, it's too troublesome. Go and throw the key in the water, like you did to Shure. If you don't do that, and we support a serious opposition now with our clout, forget. I don't know. I will check. I don't know how many senators they don't get to, but I will check. Shegun discussed with Shure to come and lead us to the promised land. We need a young, credible leader with a plan. We don't have a leader now. Leader of which one? Of what? Oh, if it's about you, Mr. Michael Faber, I think you are talking about Yoruba Nation agitation. Shure offered leadership when all the people who said they were going to burn down the DSS, they will burn down everything, they will burn this, burn that. When they did not show up after people were arrested in Igbo's house, Shure offered leadership. He showed up. He showed up and went with lawyer. When they did not want to release them, Shure waded in, made sure they were released. He offered leadership. Shure has always offered leadership, regardless of, you know. Shure is like, he offered leadership every time. So, but I don't understand what you mean. Whether you are saying he should dump his own projects and come to, no. But I thought Yoruba Nation will already happen before 2023. What happened to that leadership? Anyways, you can inbox him. Sure, is a free person, a liberal person. You can always approach him. Well, I don't know. When Shure said in 2019 election was a selection and called for a revolution, obedience mocked him. But I think we have passed that stage now. Let's just start looking forward. Let's start looking forward. Good evening, Shegun, my brother. The only thing that can make APC lose governorship election in Lagos is that enough Labour Party and PDP come together. You are right. Do you know that PDP would have won this presidential election and it would have been difficult for APC to rig? But because Labour Party broke out of PDP, so they shared the vote. If you had Labour Party and PDP votes together, OPC no near, APC no near. You understand? So yes, I agree with that theory that if only Labour and PDP are together in this election, and they are serious, ah, they go add APC. Although now with Tinubu we don't win federal, a lot of people will start falling to APC side. A lot of politicians, I know people. The man don't win presidential. We can't afford to have opposition in Lagos State. Let's just congratulate him and work with. So Nigerians are like that. Don't be surprised. Uh, diaspora voting year or nay, how feasible will it be? If so, diaspora voting is possible, and it's part of the thing she already proposed since 2019, because he had a lot of fans outside of Nigeria. but they were not able to vote because not all of them will be able to travel down to Nigeria. Even now, Peter Obi has a lot of people abroad who were not able to come down. They were only influencing their family members at home to try and vote for the candidate, but they could not all travel down. So diaspora voting is part of the reform we can start preaching now with the opposition and proposing. It could be part of what we are pushing for. All the billions they spent on the beavers and bullshit still could not guarantee Nigerians outside to vote. Even those within self, no be all of them fit vote. Even Nigerians residents in Nigeria, not all of them could vote. So it can form part of the terms of reference of what this opposition should be doing when we form it. I hope you get the point now. So if Shetima takes over, I will be relieved. This man, you are still about make Tinubu die. I don't understand. See, you can't determine who will die or not die. It doesn't. It's not dependent on you. It doesn't depend on you. Sorry, it doesn't depend on me either. So let's just pray for the grace of God. When she said the 2019 election was a selection, I understand, but we have passed this stage. Let's look forward. Um, Only radicals can have the energy to sustain constant opposition. Obi doesn't have that energy. Nothing is impossible. He is in labor, is in the middle of Labour Party, Labour leader. So something can happen. What if what happens to where PO is president but under APC banner? That won't be new. It will only be new that it is Obi, but it's not new that it has ever happened. You know why? Ribadu was presidential candidate of ACN before he became APC. Ribadu is now in PDP. Even Atiku was candidate for PDP. The further election became candidate for ACN, APC. Went back again to be candidate for PDP. It happened in Edo State. The candidates for governorship in Labour in APC in a particular election, and the candidate for PDP for governorship in a particular election, the subsequent election they swapped. That candidate became the candidate of PDP became candidate for APC governorship. The candidate for APC governorship. So APC and PDP they shared it. Is as easy as one press conference. They don't switch. Just one press conference. Now only Showore no they tolerate that kind of thing. Only APC no they tolerate that. Not be saying we dey praise Showore for no reason. These things are facts. Anyways, um, let Obi and his children go and lead a protest. One of the reasons obedience used against Showore was that he was every day on the street protesting, which is unprecedented. So it's no, they don't have to protest. I think they have other plans already. I think they want to use courts, which is another, acceptable legal means of settling um, things like this. Um, so let every opposition push for constitution change. I agree. Peter Obi is a total package, complete man. People like Peter Obi come once in a century, but it won't happen once in a century. So let's get used to working consistently, not just run in, run out. No, let's get used to doing it consistently. On a lighter note, what kind of fruits tastes can you compare the outcome of this election to? Bring us into your mind a bit. Hey, agbalumo. That's cherry, right? Agbalumo is cherry, Abby. It's cherry. Um, how does agbalumo taste in your mouth? Uh-huh. You get some way be say once you don't peel them, the look, ó máa kọ́kọ́ kan lẹ́nu. What's the English for that one? Go get some, come dey chew am small small. Some part of it go sweet, because some part of this election were actually sweet. You know why? In Lagos, that outcome, they shake that man for Lagos. Apart from that, Banky W was supposed to win in Etiosa. Many people who voted Labour Party do not even know that candidate, that Labour Party candidate for rep in Etiosa. They don't even know him. So that part suits it to better democracy. We should not have just the same people. Let's have some mixture of some opposition. Let us now pray that this person did not just use chance win. Make, if you see they won't resume plenary for state house, but I'll switch to APC. But if he sustains it, his Labour Party, badge, and maintains it with ideology. Does Labour Party have an ideology now? Anyway, with ideology, let us hope that we'll have some. So that's the sweet part of it, to send signal to people that you can't always think you have schemed it and you can just win it. No. So it has some sweet parts. It has some parts that will be kini kon in English language. Kini kon. Somebody borrow me that English. Okay. Let me rush through. Okay. Somebody says that Atiku is done and dusted. If the Supreme Court doesn't make him president now, this will definitely be the last time he runs for the presidency. Good evening, ma'am, Madam Sarah Ojudun. How is that in my regards to the entire family, please? Peter Obi is a clever fake. No be me talk na comment to sour, yeah, sour. When you take cherry agbalumo, some part of it will be sweet, tastes like milk. Some part of it, especially when you want to start eating that part that is close to the skin, and inside it, that reddish, all those reddish thread. So part of it will be sour, but after chewing, it will become like chewing gum, and then you just swallow it and just go move on with your life. Okay. When I saw what Dino Milaye wore while he was shouting, I knew it was a jester. Now you know Dino. You don't know how to take it. Okay, gentlemen and ladies, I think it's a wrap for now. My diaspora friends watching from abroad, I still have this message for you, and thanks to those who are responding. Trust me, I've never given you fake before. I don't advertise, I recommend. I'm gonna see you guys later tomorrow. Listen to this message.
Do you live abroad and are looking to build a house in Nigeria, but you can't just seem to find who to trust to help you build that dream home? Say goodbye to unreliable relatives or fraudulent developers, as Happy Homes, a trusted Nigerian real estate developer, is offering you a unique opportunity to tap into its mind-blowing innovation in the Nigerian real estate space. You can now purchase an affordable, ultra-modern home in Nigeria's first 100% hybrid renewable green energy estate. At Quantum Brick Estate, you will never have to pay electricity bills ever again, and you can enjoy uninterrupted power supply and avoid generator noise, poisonous fumes, and all of the stress that comes with powering your homes with generators. Homes at Quantum Brick Estate help you cut down your cost of living by converting your toilet and kitchen waste into renewable energy while providing you with cooking gas through a biodigester waste management system. Our smart ready homes are located in a prestigious luxurious beachfront axis in Lagos, where the never-ending ambience, breeze, and view of the ocean keeps you you connected to nature. Quantum Brick Estates is built with laterite bricks which have been proven to be 10 times stronger and more durable than the regular cement blocks. Laterite bricks are fireproof, soundproof, and bulletproof, hence providing extra security to lives and properties within the estates. So what are you waiting for when you can get a 3-bedroom terrace starting from 40 million naira only and a 4-bedroom semi-detached starting from 48 million naira only via our ongoing off-plan sale? All of our homes come fully finished and furnished with the inclusion of appliances such as gas cooker, washing machine, refrigerator, microwave oven, heat extractor, and more. Quantum Brick Beachfront Estate Phase 2 is located at Lakwe Ibeju-Lekki, Lagos, and is a 1-minute drive from Lakwe Beachfront Resort, 3 minutes drive to Lakwe Golf Course, 15 minutes drive to Dangote Refinery. Other facilities within the estate include ball court, swimming pool, children playground, fitness gym, fire alarm, hydrants, extinguishers, and fire truck within the estate, CCTV, 24/7 security guards, estate clinic and ambulance on standby, grocery store, centralized water treatment reservoir. For further details or to schedule a site inspection, please visit our website at happyhomes.com or call or WhatsApp +1 403 891 6114 for more details. Quantum Brick Estate, a product of Happy Homes. Live green, live well, preserve nature.